Welcome back to another devotional in the book of Proverbs. Today, we are in Proverbs chapter 14, where we will get a greater understanding of our own hearts and a greater understanding of our relationship with Yahweh. It's going to be good. So if you've already prayed on your own, and if you've already read Proverbs chapter 14 on your own, then let's dive in. I remember countless times when I was your age when I would try to be explaining my feelings to my parents, and they would just not get it. I felt like they didn't really understand how I was feeling at times, right? Maybe you felt this way. Like this one time at school, I was going on my first field trip ever, and I was really excited. We were going to the zoo, and I was pumped. So for weeks, the excitement just kept building up inside of me for this field trip. And the day finally comes, the day of the field trip. And we go. We're on our way to school. My parents know how excited I was. I had my sack lunch packed. I had my disposable camera ready. I was pumped to see the gorillas. I was ready. My first field trip ever. So we go to school. My parents drop me off. I walk into class and my teacher gives us instructions on, how things will go. And I'm just pumped. I can't even listen to her because I'm so excited to go on my first field trip ever and see the gorillas and the lions and stuff like that. So I'm excited. And then she says, okay, you're ready. We're about to load on the buses. But first, go to the bathrooms and use it first before we get on the buses so we don't have to stop. Okay, whatever. I don't really need to go to the bathroom, but I go anyways. I walk with all my friends. We're all supposed to go. I'm excited, and I'm just telling my friends how this is going to be the best day ever and the best trip, and I've never even ridden on a bus before, so I'm really excited about that. So we go in the bathrooms, and all of a sudden, I start to feel a little bit too excited, and my stomach is feeling a little bit too excited, and I'm thinking, this is not going to happen right now. On my first field trip ever, I am not about to puke. But it was true. My stomach was not lying to me. I had gotten so excited that I felt nauseous. And so I go into the bathroom stall as calmly as I can because everybody's in the bathroom. And I sit there and I'm just trying my hardest to not puke, but I do. I puke all over the place and everybody can hear me and it is so embarrassing. And I come out of the stall and I'm like, please do not tell the teacher because I don't want her to send me home. I want to go on this field trip. But it was too late. My friend Ethan had already ran to the teacher and told her that I puked all over the floor. And I got sent to the office and my mom came and picked me up while the bus left to the zoo to see the gorillas, and I missed my first field trip ever. And so I'm in the car, and my mom is trying to comfort me and saying, it's okay, son, there's going to be many more field trips to come. And I'm saying, no, Mom, you don't understand how I feel. This was going to be the best day of my life. And I embarrassed myself in front of all my friends. I'm not going to have any friends anymore when I come back to school. So I was upset. And I really felt like she didn't understand how I was really feeling. In fact, that's just the reality of life, isn't it? No matter how close a family we have, no matter how good of friends we have, no one can really understand how exactly we are feeling in the deep parts of our heart. Right? I can explain to you with words how I'm feeling, but you won't really understand how exactly I am feeling. No one can fully understand our hearts. And to be honest, even we have a hard time understanding our own hearts because they deceive even us. Now, why are we talking about this? Because this is exactly what is described in Proverbs chapter 4, verse 10. Not me puking, going to my field trip and not seeing the gorillas, but us not being able to understand our own hearts, or anybody else being able to understand our own hearts. Let's read it. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 10. It says this: "The heart knows its own bitterness, and a stranger does not share its gladness." Appearances and outward expressions are deceitful. Only you can really somewhat understand how you are really feeling deep inside. We see the deceptiveness of our outward expressions described even in verse 13. Read further. Verse 13 of Proverbs 14. "Even in laughter, the heart may be in pain, and the end of joy may be grief." Still, Terrell, why are we talking about this? What's the point? Because it helps us to understand our relationship with Yahweh, with God, with our Father. While no one else in this world, anybody else in this world, could ever understand how we truly feel, could ever understand our hearts completely, there is one person, Yahweh, the Father, understands and knows our hearts fully, even better than we do ourselves. Why? Because He created us. He is our Father. He is our God. And this is a comforting truth, because during these times of pain and sorrow, when it feels like no one can truly help, nobody understands me, there is one who understands. There is one who can help. It is Yahweh. 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 Our Father. And this is the great benefit of those who choose to walk on wisdom's way, those who choose to surrender their lives to Christ and give their lives to Him, surrendering all that we are for all that He is. This is the benefit, that Jesus Christ becomes our Savior, and we gain a Father who truly knows us inside and out, and who truly cares for us, and who can truly satisfy all of our needs. Hebrews 4, verse 15 through 16 is so good. Let's read it. Starting in verse 15, it says, "For we do not have a high priest who cannot sympathize with our weaknesses, but one who has been tempted in all things like we are, yet without sin. Therefore, let us draw near with confidence to the throne of grace, so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help in time of need." Only the ones who walk on wisdom's way, only the ones who truly know Jesus Christ and have a relationship with Him, can understand the Father's love and care and fulfillment of our needs. The one whom you can draw near to with confidence at any time of need. Students, some of you are searching for that person, for someone who will truly understand you, who will finally get you. But you will never find them, because they do not exist on this earth. There is only one person who can truly know and understand your heart and your needs and what you're feeling, and it is Jesus Christ. It is Yahweh, your God. The last quick thing I want to focus on is Proverbs chapter 14, verses 26 through 27. It says this: "In the fear of Yahweh there is strong security, and His children will have refuge. The fear of Yahweh is a fountain of life, to turn aside from the snares of death." It is only when we truly fear Yahweh when you will find a strong security and refuge. A refuge from what? You're asking. Verse 27 says, "From the snares of death." A refuge from the snares of death. It is only Him that we can find refuge in. It is only in Him where we can find abundant life. The only treatments for your wounds that this life will ever be able to offer are measly band-aids. Temporary comfort that lasts only for a moment. Give your life to Christ. Surrender your life to Yahweh, to the Father, the only one who can understand you and heal you from your greatest sickness, your own sin that is leading you to hell. We must surrender our lives to Him, and when we do so, He will be our God. He will be our Savior, the only one who can satisfy our needs, who can bring us true comfort and fulfillment and love and peace. All of these things are only for the ones who walk in wisdom and who surrender their life to Jesus. That is Proverbs chapter 14. I'll see you tomorrow for Proverbs chapter 15.